Hey people, today I'm going to show you one pivot functionality wherein we can do certain basic operations like additions, multiplications, subtractions, doing percentages, all these things without having to create an additional column inside the base data set. So usually this can be used wherein the data set is too huge and to make one extra column it will take it will consume a lot of space and also it will be more complicated to use, and in those scenarios we can use this functionality. So let me show you how. I'm switching over to the system. We will look at this data set for an example. So this data set is having informations like project ID, project name, employee count, cost and revenue. Right? So these are the important information which I'm having it in this data set. So we will try to create a pivot table on top of this particular data set and explain further on that. Right? So I'm just creating a pivot table on top of this data set, and the intent of my pivot table is that I want project wise what is my employee count, cost, revenue, and the profit and loss, right? Profit or loss. And I'm just dragging down everything, getting sum of everything, right? So I'll just change the format to a USD. Okay. So what happened is that what I'm getting is that employee count. I want only count, right? So employee count, cost, revenue. And I need to bring in something called as whether it is a profit or loss and what is the value of the profit and loss. Right? So, but the problem here is that I don't have a ready column with profit or loss. Right? One way of doing is that I can create one column for profit and loss and put a formula here and bring the values. But supposing this is a large data set and creating one more column is not a feasible option. So I need to handle it inside the pivot table itself. What I can do here is one simple methodology is I can out of the pivot table I can just create one column called profit loss, and I have to just say B4 minus C4, and this should be a sum of all, right? But one problem with this approach is that if I alter the existing database, for example, in the future I'm adding one more project called YMC, and I have different set of numbers here. So now if I refresh this particular table, what I get is a wrong value, right? This is not the problem value. This should be a total, and I have to again drag the formula here and drop it here, and then put summation here. And to avoid this confusion, what we require is a dynamically calculated fields here, right, to display. And future we might do a number of changes to our data set, and the profit and loss column also has to reflect the same thing without any manual intervention. Right? For that, what we can do is I'm just deleting this particular column, and I'm going to pivot table analyze. Right here we have one particular tab called fields, items and sets. So here I'm clicking calculated fields, right? Yeah, I have to name the header for this particular thing, profit and loss, and the formula which I want is revenue minus cost, right? So I am double clicking the revenue here, and then minus, and I'm double clicking the cost. It's simple, right? Once I click add button, I am getting one more fields here, right? Profit and loss. This is just a formula which I have made. This is a calculated column. Okay. Now this is auto populated. And one good feature with this particular approach is that even if I add n number of columns here, right? So I'm adding triple A and triple R. I'm just refreshing my data set and I get both the things added here without any manual intervention. And for any referencing purpose, if I reference the grand total here, and if I add something called as a triple E also, just a click of refresh button, my total is also changing here without any manual intervention. So this is what the feature which I wanted to show you today. And if you like my videos, click the like button, and if you, for further videos, uh, click the subscribe button. Thanks.